One of the keys to experiencing more of our limitlessness in physical reality is to remember that our consciousness is unaffected by our physicality, unaffected by what happens. And what's going on in your body, in your physicality, ultimately doesn't affect the potency of your infinite consciousness. I was reminded this the last day when I was dropping in to make a YouTube video. I noticed this commentary inside of myself where I was like, oh, I feel a bit heavy. And this voice immediately came back at me that said, it does not matter to your consciousness. And this is a reminder that we often have when we are in roles of service or sharing, when you are being the conduit and the vessel for your consciousness, is that it doesn't really matter what is going on in your human identity and in your body, in your personality, in physicality. What matters is your ability to trust in the integrity of your infinite consciousness and to recognize that it is unaffected by what is happening in the physicality. And this is such a big thing that we experience. We believe that the external reality, circumstances, the physicality has an effect over us, that it can dull our consciousness, dull our state, keep us separate from ourselves, that it in some way dictates and decides what it is that you get to experience. And there is this unconscious belief underneath it all. Maybe it's even just assumptions sometimes, or conclusions that we come to, that our consciousness and our infinite nature can be affected by circumstances. And it is just up to us to remember that my consciousness is infinite, it is unaffected, and my state is whatever I allow it to be. My state becomes affected when I choose to perceive circumstances as heavy or in some way taking me out of what I am naturally, taking me out of the joy, out of the bliss, out of the ability to be connected, dropped in, and to just feel this infinite connection to what I am. And like I said, this really applies when you are in roles of service. Maybe you've had a bad day, and this really is something that you will develop over the years, is this ability to allow the human drama to just be set aside and to let the consciousness come through, to allow it to speak and to allow it to just be in its natural integrity and abundance and its infiniteness.